Alright, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to see an exercise for express, right, using the root params. And yeah, basically it will be a really basic thing. You're supposed to have just two routes in which one will have to use route parameters, right? So this is the thing that you have to make. First, if you're on the home, you have to just print home page of route params exercise and then as an H1, right? Then the only other set of routes you can have is slash animal slash the name of some animal, right? So you have to configure three animals, right? First is cat, and it prints the cat says meow. Next is dog, the dog says woof. And next is cow, which says the cow says moo. So basically, the thing is that you have to do slash animal slash these three things. If anything else is printed, like this is a bonus. If you are able to do this, that if anything else is printed, it says invalid animal name, then this is actually, you don't have to make a separate route for this, and you can leave this if you're unable to do it, right? And we'll see how this can be done in the solution. But those three things, cow, dog, and cat, are important. And the catch in this is that you have to get all of these using the same route. You don't have to make like separate three routes for these three, right? That's not what you have to do. But you have to make the same route. And just a hint that this sound, like if I do, the cow says moo, right? So this sound, you will have to store the sounds for all three in an object, right, using key value pairs. So that's just a hint, and that's all I'll say for this. So just pause the video, go back, try and do it, and then we'll see the solution. Alright, so I hope you've been able to do it, and if you've not, then don't worry, we'll see this, right? Great. So yeah, so first of all, I'm inside my Express app folder right now. Here I am, and I'll make a new folder which will be route params exercise, right? And then I'll cd into that. Then in here I'll do npm init to make my package.json, and this remains same. Entry point becomes app.js. Rest I'll leave as it is, right? So now my package.json has been made, which is this file. And now what I can do is, first I'll touch app.js. I'll open app.js. And now I'll put my express on installing, right? So I do npm I -s express. So now while that is installing, we can start writing our code, because by the time we are doing it, it will actually be done. Great. All right. So now in here, what we need to do is, first we need to get our app, right? We need to include express, right? And until now we have been doing and while this is perfectly fine, this is never a problem. You could do this for your whole life, doesn't matter. But I'm actually fond of using another way, which is basically a shorter way to do the same thing. Const app, and then you put a bracket after this. So what will happen with this is, whatever is returned from this require express will be executed. Like this is basically like same as taking this in a variable and then executing that function. We are just executing that function at once, and then that comes into app. So this is a replacement for those two lines in just one line. Great. So now app has this. So the first thing is routes. Next is server. First, let me set up the server. I'll set it up on 3000 like always. Right, and I'll do hosting server. Great. So now my server is there, and now I can start adding the routes. So first of all, in the home route, we had an h1 saying this is the home page of my route params exercise. So I'll do home then the callback, and this will be res dot send this is the home page to the route params exercise. Alright, great. So now our home page is set up, and let's just first off, let's start the server here. I'll have to write node1, and there's an error. Right, so there was some issue in like one of them was already running, right? So yeah. Alright, so now we can do node1 here, and I'll move into my directory back again. I'll do cd route param exercise. I'll do node1, and now my server starts. Alright, so now I'll refresh this. This is the home page to the route params exercise. Great. So my home page is set up. Now I have to set up just one more route here, and that is /animal/ and then I have to take a route parameter which I'll name animal name. Right. Then I'll do res, and now I can start putting in my code. So the first thing is that I'll add is that if the animal name is not valid, then we have to print invalid animal name. Even though that was a bonus, but that's best added first. But even before that, we need to make a dictionary for dictionary is basically an object for which animal has which sound, right? So we'll have sounds is equal to, and in here we do cow, move, then we'll declare another dog. I'm basically declaring a simple JavaScript object in here, right? And cat will have meow. Great. So now, one thing that you can do is you can write if sounds. You can access things by using dot, or you can access things by using the square brackets to inside an object, right? So what we'll do is we'll do rec dot params dot. So what this will basically do is if the rec dot params dot animal name is actually present in this, then this will return a good value. Otherwise, this will return null, right? So if we do this, then if this returns null, this if condition will become true, meaning some other animal except these three was entered. So then what we can do is we can do return res dot send, and the reason I've put return here is that you cannot have multiple res dot sends in one. Like if you are doing one res dot send, then it's fine, but if you're doing multiple, then you need to have return on all of them, because you can't just put 4 res dot sends in one. And what return will do is that as soon as this line is hit, the execution of this route will stop, right? And this will hit only if the if condition is true. Great. But if the if condition is not true, then what we can do is and we don't need to put an else here, because the function is already ending if the if condition is true, right? So I'm doing I'll make a answer string by the name of ans, which should be the plus rec dot params dot animal name plus says plus sounds rec params animal name, right? And now I can just do res dot send answer. All right. So this was actually some code that was pure JavaScript, and that's why I've just run over it really quickly. And the only thing that's specific to the backend in this is this res.send, return res.send, right? And this route. So this was like, So this is like the only thing that you need to see, and rest of it was simple JavaScript, right? So now if I go here and I refresh, this is still the same. Then I go to slash animal slash cow. I get the cow says moo. I go to slash animal slash cat. I get the cat says meow. I get to dog. I get the dog says woof. So now this is working as this was supposed to work, and we have done our exercise. So now if you have done the two exercises that we've seen till now, then you basically have the basic understanding of how to set up a route, right? And this could be post anything, and post routes we'll make later. For now we focusing on get routes, right? So this was like all about the routes. The one thing that we still need to see in Express is how we can render HTML, right? Currently we are just sending some data which we have to use some string, right, or a variable like here. But what if we want to render a whole HTML file? How do we do that? That's the thing that we'll see in the from tomorrow, right? And yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.